We get you up to speed on the latest in sports. I'm Denise Tan. The Choco Mucho Flying Titans and Creamline Cool Smashers barge into the semifinals of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. Here's what went down. The Akari Chargers keep their semifinals hope alive. The Chargers enter the game against the Galleries Tower High-Risers off a straight-set win last Saturday. Akari displayed the same dominance, ending the match in another sweep. Final score 25-14, 25-21, and 25-19. Faith Nesperos and Fifi Sharma each had 12 points to lead the charge. They have now improved to a 5-4 win-loss record for 7th place in the standings. Akari, though, has the same record with two other teams and so far is still in the race for the last semifinal spot. Galleries, on the other hand, remain in the cellar as it is yet to notch a dub through 8 games.
These past few games where our goal is really to try to rebuild our confidence because of course we came from consecutive losses. So of course this is a very fulfilling win.
But Valdez will try again. This time, checks it off.
In the second game, the Creamline Cool Smashers took one of the semifinal slots after sweeping the next-led Chameleons. Creamline's firepower made up for its erratic play throughout the game, leading to a 25-23, 25-16, and 25-21 win. The Cool Smashers tallied 22 errors in the process. Gemma Galanza paved the way with 14 points for Creamline, while Tots Carlos and Michelle Gumabao both had 12 markers. Creamline remains undefeated in 8 games and are 3 wins away from sweeping the elimination round.
Nakita naman din talaga yung kung gaano din kasolid yung team. Kasi talagang tsinaga namin yung lalo yung first set. Doon din na kami talaga nasubok kasi madami pang games na maganon yung mangyayari.
Wong to the running Madayag, and that...
If the first 2 games were sweeps, the last one between the Choco Mucho Flying Titans and the PLDT high-speed hitters went the distance. Down 2-1, Choco Mucho remained composed and issued a big bounce back in the 4th. They made sure to sustain that momentum in the decider to finish off PLDT. Final 25-20, 23-25, 18-25, 25-17, and 15-12. Cherry Rondina paced the Titans with 20 points as 3 others scored in double digits. That was enough to offset Savannah Davidson's 31-point explosion for PLDT. The win was Choco Mucho's 8th straight and the one that got them into the semifinals. PLDT meanwhile slid to a 3-way tie with Akari and the Petrogas Angels with identical 5-4 slates. PVL action resumes tomorrow at the PhilSports Arena. Next lead looks to bounce back against the Signal HD Spikers at 2 p.m. The Akari Chargers dive right back into action against the Angels at 4 p.m. And the Cheritigo Crossovers look to continue their winning ways against the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. That's at 6 p.m. Catch all the games live on One Sports, One Sports Plus, and the Pilipinas Live app. The controversial Jurflor Defenders squad is now temporarily owned by the PVL itself. This was confirmed by its president, Ricky Palou. This development is on the back of unpaid salaries of Jurflor players and staff. Palou revealed management of the Defenders was not able to collect the pledges of its sponsors. As solution, salaries amounting to 1.5 million pesos in total will be settled up until the end of the month. The money will come from Sports Vision Management Group Incorporated, the organizer of the PVL. For now, the league will be in charge of Jurflor until a new management takes over.
It's not good for the league. It's not good kawawa yung mga players, di ba? So we said we'll take over. We'll pay the salaries and allowances of the players, but we will take control or management of the team. There are other interested parties that want to come in, so we will offer them the team.
Northport Batampier manager Pido Harencio has apologized to the PBA after his spat with NLEX import Thomas Robinson. Harencio said he got caught up in the heat of the moment. The shouting match happened after Northport and NLEX's game on Wednesday. It even reached the hallway leading to the dugout. But before Harencio, Robinson already had a heated word exchange mid-game with Northport Governor Eric Areola. This time, it was over Robinson's supposed physical play with Batampier big man JM Calma. Meantime, the PBA is not disclosing possible sanctions on Harencio, but Robinson downplayed the incident, saying it's just a product of both camps' competitive nature. We're taking a timeout. The game on One News Now will return after a quick break. Stay tuned. You're still watching the game on One News Now. I'm Denise Tan. Thanks for joining us. PBA Commissioner's Cup action resumes today with a doubleheader. First to square off are the Phoenix Fuel Masters and the Blackwater Bossing at 4 p.m. Phoenix fires for its third win in the conference while the Bossing aims to stop a 2-game skid. In the other game, the Rain or Shine Alasto Painters are eyeing to finally get on the winning column. But that will be a tall order as they will be facing a loaded Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings. That match is at 8 p.m. In college hoops, the Final Four of the UAAP Season 86 Men's Basketball Tournament is finally here. Action begins at 2 p.m. tomorrow with the top-seeded UP Fighting Maroons taking on the 4th-seeded Ateneo Blue Eagles. UP enters the game carrying a twice-to-beat advantage. In the other game, 2-seed De La Salle Green Archers only need to beat 3-seed NU Bulldogs once to advance to the finals. Both teams are out to end their respective finals drought after the 6 p.m. game. The matches will take place at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. San Antonio Spurs coach Greg Popovich defends his former star Kawhi Leonard from a booing crowd. Pop grabbed the microphone to chastise fans for taunting Leonard. He said, quote, "Have a little class. It's not who we are. Knock off the booing." This happened during the first half of the game between the Spurs and Leonard's new team, LA Clippers. Spurs fans have been jeering Leonard ever since he demanded a trade that brought him to Toronto in 2018. Despite Pop's intervention, some fans went on booing Leonard. In the end, the Clippers beat the Spurs 109-102. Get your fill of the latest in sports at onesports.ph. Meantime, the Newsday continues later at 4:30 p.m. I'll see you then. I'm Denise Tan. We are One News.